Sands Hotel Lobby, Las Vegas, June 12th, 1958, 11:30 p.m., a beautiful night. The lobby is quiet, not crowded. Dim lights soften the air. Thick carpets swallow footsteps. Piano music drifts from the distance. The bar, jazz, slow, melancholy. Dean Martin is walking, passing through the lobby, tired from the show, tired from smiling, tired from playing a role. He's had his last sip of whiskey at the bar and is heading to his room, going to sleep. Tomorrow there's another show. The same things will repeat again, smile again, play a role again. Then he stops. He sees someone in the lobby, walking toward the door. A familiar silhouette, head down, shoulders slumped, hands in pockets, but something was different. In that walk, it was a defeated walk. Dean knows that walk. He's seen it for years. In Hollywood, backstage, in the wings, behind closed doors. The walk of a man suffering silently. The walk of a man laughing outside, lost inside. Sammy Davis. Junior Dean's breath catches, because Sammy left the stage half an hour ago. He was happy, energetic, taking in the applause. But now he's different, broken, defeated. Sammy. Sammy stops, turns around. Dean sees his face. He's trying to smile, putting on his professional smile, stage smile, but eyes don't lie. His eyes look empty, tired, pained. Hey, Dean. Dean approaches. Where are you going? The bar's still open. Frank's waiting. Sammy shrugs. His eyes avoid contact, looking at the floor, the carpet, his feet. No, I'm leaving, going to West Las Vegas. Dean raises his eyebrows. West Las Vegas, that side of Vegas, the dark side. There were cheap motels, broken neon lights, dangerous streets, the place nobody wanted to go. Why? There are rooms here. Stay at the Sands. Sammy gives a bitter smile, shaking his head, slowly. Not for me, Dean. And Dean understands, immediately understands. Because this is Vegas, 1958. Vegas. They were just on stage. 2,000 people. Standing ovation, screams, applause. Rat Pack show. Frank Sinatra, the biggest star of the group. Dean Martin, the coolest guy. Sammy Davis Jr., the most talented performer. 3 legends, one stage together. Vegas's biggest show. But now, the show's over. The curtain's closed. Reality emerges. And the reality is, Sammy is black. And in 1958 Las Vegas, the rules are different. Black people can go on stage, can sing, can dance, can make money. But in the hotel, can't stay in the hotel because they're black. Can't eat in the hotel because they're black. Can't sit in the hotel lobby because they're black. Only the stage, only to entertain. Then leave. Go to your place, West Las Vegas. The dark side. Dean's jaw tightens. His hands become fists. Something breaks inside him. Anger, pain, shame. Wait here. Sammy shakes his head. Dean, it's not necessary. I'm used to it. Every Vegas show, it's the same thing. Every hotel, every restaurant, Wait, here, don't move. Dean turns, walks to the reception, fast. Not angry, not showing anger, but determined. Very determined. The receptionist sees him. Young woman, maybe 25, blonde, made up. Uniform spotless. She's smiling, professional smile, customer service smile. Mr. Martin, good even. Dean leans over, on the desk, his hands flat on the counter, his face close to the woman's face, very close. Why didn't you give Sammy Davis Jr. a room? The woman's smile freezes, disappears, her face pales. She swallows. Sir, I'm just following our policy. What is your policy? The woman pulls back, in her chair, looking behind her, looking for help. No other staff. Everyone's fled. Nobody wants to approach. Mr. Martin, please understand, management rules are very clear. For black guests, our rooms. Her voice cuts off. The sentence hangs in the air. Can't finish it. Dean reaches into his pocket, slowly, calmly, takes out his key, metal, cold, heavy. Room 412. Suite. One of the best rooms. He places it on the desk, slowly but firmly. Thud. In the quiet lobby, metal sound. Everyone turns, looks, waiters stop, staff freeze, guests start whispering. "What's this?" the woman says, her voice trembling, her hands trembling. "My room." "Sir?" Dean leans in closer, his voice low, but clear, very clear. "If you're not giving Sammy Davis Jr. a room, I'm not staying in this hotel either." Silence. The lobby completely frozen. Nobody moving, nobody talking, everyone waiting. What's going to happen? Is Dean Martin really going to leave? Because Dean Martin is one of Vegas's biggest stars. Without Dean Martin, no Rat Pack. Without Rat Pack, no show. Without show, no money. The woman reaches for the phone, her hands shaking so much she can't press the buttons. Tries twice. Wrong number, succeeds on the third try. "Mr. Harrison, please come down immediately. Mr. Martin, there's a situation." Dean waits, not moving, standing in front of the desk, looking at the key, that piece of metal. Sammy in the lobby, by the door, watching from a distance. Can't believe it. Dean Martin, for him, risking his career, for him. 5 minutes pass. Long 5 minutes. Nobody talking, everyone waiting. Elevator ding sound. Door opens. The hotel manager comes out. Mr. Harrison, around 50, gray hair, expensive suit, sweat glistening on his forehead. He's running, coming breathless. Mr. Martin, please. Let's be calm. Let's sit down. Let's talk." Dean turns, slowly. His eyes lock onto Harrison's eyes. Cold eyes, calm, but dangerous. "I'm very calm. I have one question. Are you going to give Sammy Davis Jr. a room?" Harrison swallows, adjusts his tie. Sweating. Sweating a lot. He looks at Sammy. At Sammy standing by the door, then at Dean, then at the key. "Mr. Martin, please understand. The rules are old, very old. The owners are strict. Changing isn't easy. This decision isn't in my hands. Rules change when they need to change." Harrison hesitates, opens his mouth, closes it, doesn't know what to say. "Sir?" Dean approaches. One step. Harrison can't back away. Against the wall. "Either you give Sammy Davis Jr. a room, or I don't go on stage tomorrow night." Harrison's face pales. The color drains. Because tomorrow night's show is sold out. 2,000 tickets, $50 each. $100,000 revenue in one night. And without Dean Martin, cancellations, refunds, lawsuits, scandal, newspapers, disaster. "Mr. Martin, please, let's find a solution. Another hotel, another place. Maybe there's only one solution. Give Sammy a room, here, at the Sands." Harrison looks into Dean's eyes, and sees. Dean's not joking, not bluffing, not testing. He's really going to leave. The show really will be canceled. Everything really will end. He takes a deep breath, closes his eyes, thinking, calculating, losing Dean Martin, losing Frank Sinatra, losing the Rat Pack, or changing the rules, angering the owners, taking the risk. "Okay." Silence, everyone waiting. Did we hear that right? Dean raises his eyebrows. "Okay, we'll give Mr. Davis a room." Dean nods, but doesn't stop. Because one room isn't enough. One night isn't enough. One time isn't enough. "Not just tonight." Harrison freezes, his eyes widen. "Sir? From now on, every night, every time Sammy comes to Vegas, every tour, every show." Dean approaches, even closer. Harrison can't breathe. "And not just Sammy, every black guest, every black artist, every black person. Color doesn't matter, money doesn't matter, fame doesn't matter. A person is a person. Do we have an agreement?" Harrison is sweating, his tie choking him, his shirt sticking. Because Dean isn't just asking for one room. Dean is trying to change the entire system, all of Vegas, all the rules. "Mr. Martin, this is very big, very radical. I need to talk to the owners, get permission. Talk, I'll wait, here, in the lobby." Dean sits in a chair, comfortable, calm. Either the policy changes, or I never sing in this hotel again. Never again. Harrison looks, thinks, calculates, looks at the phone, looks at Sammy, looks at Dean. Not an easy decision, maybe the hardest decision of his life. But he has to decide, now, here. He takes a deep breath, closes his eyes, then opens them. Agreed. Agreed? Yes, from now on, the Sands Hotel will accept every guest, regardless of color, regardless of faith. Everyone. Dean stands up, extends his hand. To shake. Harrison looks at the hand. Not trembling anymore. Calm, determined. He takes it. They shake hands. And in that moment, Las Vegas history changes. Silently. In a lobby. At midnight. Without anyone noticing. But it changes. The next day. June 13th, 1958. Morning. Word spreads from wings to wings, hotel to hotel, casino to casino. The Sands Hotel changed its policy, now accepting black guests. Why? Nobody knows for sure. There are rumors, there's gossip, but nobody knows the truth because Dean doesn't talk, doesn't give press, doesn't give interviews, doesn't boast, doesn't use it. He just did it, then moved on, silently, as he always did. But the domino started, the first stone fell. Others will come. A week later, Frank Sinatra gives the same ultimatum at another hotel, Riviera Hotel, same thing. If black artists aren't welcomed, I'm not coming either. Then others, Peter Lawford, Joey Bishop, one after another, domino, 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 and within 2 years. By 1960, Vegas's big hotels are integrating, slowly but surely. It all started that night, the night Dean Martin threw down his key. 20 years later, 1978. PBS Studio, New York. Sammy Davis Jr. is sitting on television. Old now, 62 years old. His hair turned white, his face wrinkled, but his eyes still shine. That light is still there, that energy. The journalist asks. Young man, white, well-meaning. Mr. Davis, what was the most important moment in your Vegas career? Sammy smiles, but his eyes immediately fill, instantly, like a reflex. 1958, Sands Hotel. He pauses, wipes his eyes, takes out a handkerchief. I'm sorry, this topic is still difficult. The journalist waits. Sammy continues. That night I'm on stage, Rat Pack show, 2,000 people, the biggest show. Frank's there, Dean's there, I'm there. The show ends, applause, amazing night. Then I go to the reception, I ask for a room. His voice breaks, he pauses, and they tell me, there's no room for you. Our policy, no rooms for black guests. I can be on stage, I can make money, I can make them laugh. But in the hotel, I can't stay in the hotel. Sammy shakes his head, crying now, silently. And Dean Martin, Dean is in the lobby, he hears, he sees, he comes. He walks to the reception, takes out his key, throws it on the desk. He says, if you're not giving Sammy a room, I'm not staying either. Sammy wipes his eyes. He risked his career, his job, his fame, everything for me. The journalist asks, his voice soft. What did Dean say to you that night? Sammy remembers, closes his eyes, seeing 20 years ago, that lobby, that night, that moment. He said, you're my brother, and brothers protect each other. Always. Silence. Everyone in the studio, silent. The cameraman crying, the sound technician crying, the producer crying. That simple, that deep, that powerful, the journalist asks. And did Dean ever mention it? Did he ever use this? Sammy shakes his head, smiling through tears. Never, not in any interview, not in any book, not in any speech. Because Dean was doing the right thing, not for applause, not for awards, not for recognition. Just because it was right. 2 years later, May, Sammy Davis Jr. dies, throat cancer, 64 years old, too young, too soon, funeral, Beverly Hills, Forest Lawn, thousands of people coming. Hollywood is there, the music world is there, but in the front row, first row, Dean Martin is sitting, alone, crying, silently. Sammy's daughter Tracy is speaking, at the microphone, talking about her father. My father saw a lot of hardship in his life, saw racism, saw hate, doors closed in his face. But one night, in 1958, one man showed him, "You are valuable, you are important, you are equal." Tracy looks at Dean, tears in her eyes. That man was Dean Martin. And my father never forgot that night, his whole life, every day, every moment. Because that night wasn't just about a room. That night was a message. You are not alone. Tracy pauses, crying now. "Dean, my father may not be here, but he'd want you to know. You didn't just give him a room. You gave him dignity, respect, humanity. And we are forever grateful to you." Dean bows his head, wiping his eyes with a handkerchief. Doesn't say anything. Because what can he say? Sammy's gone, his brother's gone, his friend's gone. After the funeral, Dean goes home, to his house in Malibu, to his room, silently. He opens the closet, takes out an old box from the top shelf. Dusty, aged. He opens it. Inside are notes, letters, photos, memories. On top, yellowed paper, Sammy's handwriting, 1958, June 13th. "Dean, what you did last night, I have no words. You risked your career. You risked everything. For me, why? Because I was your friend. Because I was human. Nobody ever treated me like that. You treated me like a human being for the first time. I will never forget this my whole life. And one day I will do the same thing for someone else. Promise. Brother." Sammy. Dean reads the letter, reads it again, tears falling on the paper, and he remembers, that night. Sammy's face, that walk, that pain, Harrison's sweat, the woman's fear, the sound of the key. One moment, one decision, one life changed. Maybe thousands of lives changed. Today Las Vegas is different. Hotels open to everyone. Restaurants open to everyone. Casinos open to everyone. Color doesn't matter. Faith doesn't matter. Everyone is welcomed. But in 1958, it was different, very different. And one man stood up, alone, silently, said, "Enough." That man was Dean Martin. And maybe this is the greatest heroism, doing the right thing even when nobody's watching, standing even when nobody's applauding, changing even when nobody knows. Dean didn't do it for applause, didn't do it for awards, didn't do it for fame. He did it because his friend was suffering. And that was wrong, that's simple. Dean Martin never told the story, never mentioned it in interviews, never wrote about it in a book, never used it. Because that was Dean's philosophy, always was. Do the right thing, do it silently, then move on. Don't boast, don't wait, just do. And maybe this world needs more Dean Martins. People who don't stay silent when they see wrong. People who stand up against injustice. People who quietly make a difference. In 1958, in a hotel lobby, a man made a decision, threw his key on the desk, and Las Vegas was never the same after that night. If you see something wrong, stand up, even silently. Dean Martin did. Maybe you can too. To remember those times even more, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and like the video.